Dreaming to be a graphic designer, content creator, or gamer but don't have the proper computer? Worry not, cause we got your back. Welcome to Build PC, and today we are going to be helping you build your PC that you can use for multiple purposes such as for editing and gaming. With this PC, you can use applications such as Adobe Photoshop, After Effects, Illustrator, and Premiere. Now, let's have JC who will discuss the different parts that we will be needing in building a personal computer.
In building your very own PC, we will be needing the following parts: the Central Processing Unit or the CPU, motherboard, graphics processing unit, RAM, cooler, SSD storage, power supply unit, case, monitor, the keyboard, and mouse. Since we are going to be using our build for multimedia purposes, we decided to go for Microsoft Windows 11 for more availability of applications for editing and gaming. Now that we know what we need, let's ask Jomar for product recommendations that can fit your budget of 75,000 pesos.
Hi, building your PC can be expensive, so I'll be giving you an option that you can choose from. But let's expect the better product, the more expensive it will be. So starting off with the very first part. The Central Processing Unit, which is the brain of the computer. For this build, we have the Ryzen 5 5600X. The Ryzen 5 5600X provides outstanding performance, has the DDR5 and PCIe 5.0 support, and is very energy efficient. It costs around 10,995 up to 11,350, which is very cost efficient. If you wish to have more affordable CPU, you can instead buy Intel Core i3 10th generation or Intel Core i3 12th generation, which is only cost around 5,998 up to 6,969. However, it can only support light gaming and basic editing jobs such as photo editing and minimal video editing, unlike the Ryzen 5 5600X. And if you can go higher than the previous price, you can seek an Intel Core i9 13900K that costs around 35,090. As its price is higher than the previous CPUs, its performance is also remarkable. Intel Core i9 13900K is also a very energy efficient like the Ryzen 5 5600X and provide top-tier performance in both gaming and editing.
Next, we have the motherboard, which is the backbone of every computer. We chose ASRock B550 Riptide for our motherboard because it can deliver high-speed data transferring experience while being cost-efficient. It costs around 8,050 pesos to 8,510. If you wish to go lower than 8,000 pesos, you can instead buy Gigabyte GA B550M DS3H, which only costs around 5,919. However, this motherboard is not compatible with Ryzen 5 3400G or Ryzen 3 3200G. Another motherboard that we can recommend if you wish to go higher is the Gigabyte Z490 Gaming X. For 9,965 pesos, you can have a motherboard that has cooling capacity, can support a full speaker system, and has 2 PCIe slots, and has several features you usually find in more expensive options.
Up next is the Graphic Processing Unit or GPU, which helps handle graphics related work like graphics, effects, and videos. We choose the Gigabyte GeForce RTX 3050 Gaming OC for 22,460. The Gigabyte GeForce RTX 3050 Gaming OC offers 8GB GDDR and 128-bit memory interface, which gives high-speed performance with uncompromised image quality, good for playing games and rendering completed scenes and editing 4K videos. Cheaper alternatives like Userix RX 580 8GB priced at 4,549 and AMD Radeon RX 6650 XT at 17,290 can be used too. However, expect a lower performance as of its price.
As for the random access memory or the RAM, which is responsible for storing data temporarily, we have G.Skill Trident Neo RGB 16GB 3600. For the price of 5,074 pesos, you will already have a good XMP or Extreme Memory Profiles performance which will allow the RAM to be at its peak performance. Excellent headroom for manual tuning. If 5K is too much for your budget, you might want to purchase Kingston Furry Beast 16GB 3200 MHz DDR4 CL16 RGB desktop memory instead for only 3,385 pesos. If you wish to go higher, you might want to avail Corsair Vengeance LED worth 5,950 pesos. It has vibrant LED and has amazing performance but for a higher price than G.Skill Trident Neo.
Since our build already has a built-in color on each CPU and computer case, we decided not to include a separate color. However, if you wish to have more color for your personal computer, we recommend the Deepcool Gamma X400. It costs only 1,495, which is very affordable. It can already provide you the quality cooling, but the downside is that the fans may be loud at times. Also recommend the Deepcool Gamma X L240 version 2 worth 2,873.
We have T-Force Cordea Z44L 500GB NVMe Gen 4 as the SSD storage for our build. SSD storage basically stores every data permanently. For 3,099 pesos, T-Force Cordea offers read-write speed that measures up to 3,300 to over 2,400 MBs. It also has a patented ultra-thin graphene heat spreader, thus providing good thermal performance. As a cheaper alternative, you can go to Kingston NV2 500GB worth 1,830 pesos. It can also provide a good performance like the first one. However, it doesn't have a good thermal performance, thus it might run a bit hot easily. You can also have Kingston NV2 1TB, which has higher storage capacity for 4,719 pesos.
For the power supply unit or the PSU of the computer build, we choose Cooler Master MWE 650W BN. It has durable LDB bearing and low noise performance. It can operate for up to 40 degrees for only 3,699. For alternatives, you can have InPlay PSU GS Series GS650 or GS750. InPlay GS650 costs 1,185 while GS750 costs 1,950. Both the GS650 and GS750 have 120mm cooling fans, which provides excellent cooling and longer lifetime.
Next, we have the computer case, where almost all of these internal parts of the computer are stored. We choose Montec Air 1000 Lite, which costs around 3,080 pesos. As an alternative, you can instead avail tempered glass gaming case of Histart, GameKM, or Buffoon.
For monitor, we choose LG 29 inches ultra-wide, costs around 12,400 pesos. Other alternatives would be Samsung 32 inches curve, both more pricier than LG monitor that we choose.
For the keyboard, we choose wired mechanical keyboard that only costs 535.42 pesos. Alternatives will be a Logitech or Anker keyboard.
And lastly, we have T9 mechanical gaming mouse, which costs around 200 pesos. If you wish to go higher, you can go for Logitech MX Master 3S or Logitech M330 Silent Plus. Wow! We have reached the end and we have created a PC that is suitable for both editing and gaming needs. We've spent a total of 70,035 pesos and 42 centavos for our computer build, adding 4,899 pesos for our operating system, which is Windows 11. So for the total of 74,936 pesos and 42 centavos, you now have a computer which you can use for different multimedia purposes. If you would like to ask if our computer build is environmentally friendly, yes, it is eco-friendly because our market brands promote items in their business in a greener way. Since other old computer features typically drain a lot of power, our model can manage the power like a pro because it is extremely energy efficient to power usage. In addition, it is mercury-free, and our case is made out of metal that can be recycled if you want to replace a brand new case. We hope you enjoy the PC build video we made and it gives you some idea and inspiration for your own PC build.